Meanwhile, at Rockefeller Center, Spider-Man, Firestar, and Iceman just saved the day, kind of.
Bye, X-Men. Good luck with this. Take it from me. Don't get cloned, and that's one to grow on, my amazing friends.
Spider-Man, wait!
Oh.
Angelica, don't.
Shh, Bobby, shut up.
What is it, my amazing friends?
We wanted to ask you a question.
I can't give away my secret identity.
No, it's not that. We want to know if you're bisexual.
What? Bisexual?
Just ignore her. No,
Shut the fuck up,
Why would
Bobby.
you ask me? I mean, we were almost just killed by evil, possessed Christmas trees. Why do you want to ask if I'm bisexual?
well, I think you're looking at me a certain way.
And Bobby thinks, right, Bobby?
Yeah, no, I mean, sometimes, dude, I get a vibe.
There has been a time when, Mary Jane stuck a finger up my butt. Not that you know who Mary Jane is. Because of my
Wait,
secret identity.
are you Peter Parker?
Fuck! Oh God! Okay, you have to keep my secret.
Wait, you're Peter Parker?
You have to keep my secret. All right, look. If I sleep with both of you, will you keep my secret?
That's the only way we're gonna keep your secret.
Okay, and just have you done this with any other superheroes?
Oh, I've done the Punisher
Oh no,
and
that's a lot
Daredevil
to live
at the
up
same
to. Oh, that's a lot to live up to. Okay, well, I guess let's
is a
do
lot
it.
to live.
Here, let's just go under this Christmas tree, and you can. I'll just be in the middle of the Iceman Firestar sandwich. How about that?
Okay, I just want you to punish it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 246 of CBQ Legacy. That's Comic Book Queers. I'm your host, EvilJeff, and with me, as always, is Brett.
Hi, EvilJeff. Hi, everybody.
Hi. We just heard a little bit of some flirtatious stuff going on between the amazing Spider-Man and his amazing friends, which are
Flirtatious.
Iceman and Firestar. They actually had a little cameo fight scene in Dark Web.
Dark Web X-Men #1. I have to say I enjoyed the issue thoroughly, but we'll talk about that a little bit later when we get into some comic books. But first, EvilJeff, how is your holiday season going?
It's going pretty well. I have the Christmas decorations up. I've bought all my presents. I'm not actually going home for Christmas. I'm not going to see my family till January. So
lucky.
Joe and I have decided to have a Jewish Christmas, where on Christmas Day we're just going to get Chinese food. We're going to get Chinese food and go see a movie.
Oh, that sounds divine.
Yeah.
Oh God, I
But
hate
you-
Christmas. I wish I was Jewish.
How I wish I was Jewish on Christmas.
No, seriously, Christmas is so stressful.
Why is it
shopping
stressful?
Shopping has taken up so much of my time.
Well, I mean, do you have to buy a present for every single one of your family members?
I buy. I'd say there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 people I buy presents for.
Okay.
But we are one of those families that we're going for the emotion. We're going for the thoughtfulness. Not, here is a thing from Best Buy. It's like, do you remember that? It's got to be thoughtful.
Oh, that is too much pressure.
What I do.
My family now is literally, it's like everyone's like, what do you want? And everyone's like, if I want something, I'll buy it. So we don't want anything. And actually, it would be annoying if you bought something that I'd have to like figure out where to put in my house. So everybody is just like, I paint a picture of my niece every year for my sister. So I give her that. And then my mom, I just get her a gift certificate to like for dinner somewhere.
We go berserk.
Oh no,
on each other.
But that seems like so much. That's why you're miserable.
The rest, yeah, exactly. It's the expectations are so high. The bar is so high.
But you, as the gay man, do you always win? Because it is a competition.
I
sounds like.
I don't fail. It's not a competition, but it is. I don't fail. I'll put it that way. I've had moments, but I've had some duds too. Duds. Anytime I've tried to buy clothes for my mother or my sister.
Oh, I've given up on that. No.
Wow. Why even do that? My family growing up was basically me, my mother, and my sister, and so, but like these 2 women, I don't want to get them anything clothing related. I don't want to get them anything cosmetic or wellness or
even
like,
jewelry doesn't work.
Related. Jewelry doesn't work. You don't want to get them food because you want it to be meaningful.
I would always buy things for like my mom and stepdad to go out on a date.
Experiences.
Yeah. But yeah, at this point, me and my sister were just like, because I'm just going to send you cash, you're going to send me cash. Let's just forget it.
Oh, I wish I was from a nice Jewish family like yours.
We're not. We're Italian like you.
Oh, my
Although my mom did put the guilt where she was just like, and because, I'm just not putting the tree up. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I'm not putting up the tree up this year. You're not coming.
Why? Because she just want to do the work. Oh.
And she was like, well, you're not coming. It's not really Christmas. And I was like,
Protest.
Mom, I'm literally seeing you like 2 weeks after. It's not the same, is it? But yeah, I'll see you. Okay. I'm like, oh no.
It's all about the timing. It's all about the day. It's all about the day.
Jesus Christ.
Got to be on the day.
You know what rhymes with day?
What?
Gay. And that's what this podcast is about. It's about two fucking homosexuals talking about comics. And that's why today we just wanted to do an extra gay day full of gayness, gay stuff.
Yeah.
And the X-Men.
Which are inherently gay.
Yes, of course.
So everything's gay.
Yeah, so we're going to be covering some gay comics. We're going to be covering some gay shows. And because what's better time to come out to your family than on Christmas?
Yes. Give them the gift that keeps on giving them pain all year and for many years to come.
Disappointment of you not giving them grandchildren.
Not continuing family lines. Yes.
Okay. Which, technically, I guess with adoption or lesbian with surrogacy, you can. You can.
I am opting not to. Thank you so much. Another martini, please, Debbie.
You don't think you'll ever have children?
No.
I would like to have children. It just doesn't seem it seems like you just have to have a lot of money.
Why would you want that?
Oh, I like kids.
You want something? I need this. I need this. I want this. I want this. I want. I need. Oh my fucking God.
I know.
Wow.
No. Well, but at the same time, to be gay, it's like you have to. It costs a lot of money to adopt. It costs a lot of money to do surrogacy.
I'd rather go to Italy.
Well, there you go. So it's a tricky situation.
The homeland.
So
I'd rather go to the.
It's probably not going to happen.
I in no way think of Italy as the homeland.
How
about the end of White Lotus?
I was about to say these gays
So,
are trying to kill me.
Iconic.
That
ending.
White Lotus.
So let's spoil White Lotus.
White Lotus.
Put a gun in her hand, have her shoot her way off of a boat,
and then die.
Yes. And then slip and fall.
I know. I'd say that's one of the best season finales of a show.
What an incredible! She goes, "You got this.
You got this, girl," and then fucking
last
dies.
words.
It was It was such a good. It was so good. And also, can we just talk about the hotness of Ethan and
Will Sharp,
and
Theo Germain, not Theo Germain.
When they were having that
Theo
fight,
James.
when they were having that fight in the water, and then after the fight was over, he stands up, and just his shirt is just clinging to him, and you're like, ooh. I'm sorry.
Will Sharp.
Yes, how in the world are you the nerd?
I know.
When you are sporting that body.
There's a throwaway line that made me so horny once. I only noticed it because I had the captions, like the subtitles on so I can hear. And it's like off camera as Aubrey Plaza is walking away, you hear Theo James say to Will Sharp, wow, and you're fucking massive, by the way. Like, what do you do? And Ethan just goes, well, just bodyweight stuff mostly. I was like, I'm so glad I had the captions on for that.
And you get to see his butt at the end of it.
Ooh, what a butt.
But yeah, in this, the evil villains all along were the gays.
The gays.
And that's how it really is.
How they established in episode 1 that multiple people were going to die. Mm-hmm. I never once thought it would be the gays. But of course,
neither.
Throw your gays away. Always kill the gay character.
I really thought it was going to be Portia. I thought she was going to bite it with the hot British
I thought sexy Leo Woodall was going to kill her, but he turned out to be a peach.
Yeah. Oh my God.
What a great show.
It looks like he kind of gave the hint, Mike White, saying third season he wants to go into more Eastern spirituality, and that made me think Japan.
I saw that.
I think Japan, Thailand.
Or like, Tibet.
Tibet, I don't think there's a White Lotus in Tibet.
There's no luxury.
You're like, yeah, we literally bought out this monastery.
Paul.
But
right,
yeah,
stop.
it's great.
What a great show.
It's great.
It won't be on our list of favorite shows, which we're going to do next week.
Why not?
Because it's not genre.
We're only doing genre. We're not doing like overall favorite show.
Yeah, no, we got to keep a comic book.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I mean, we can have a non-comic book category, but I don't want to spend too much time on it.
All right, fine. That's fine.
All right, also, did you see the Barbie trailer?
I did. It looks amazing.
I'm so excited for Ryan Gosling as Ken.
Yeah.
Because he's so vapid.
Yeah, it looks great. And he looks so gay.
I know. And I love that they cast an, older actor.
Yeah.
Because Barbie and Ken should be a little middle-aged.
Yeah.
I think.
I agree.
And you did not see the Across the Spider-Verse trailer.
I did not. Is it good?
When I urge you to watch this trailer, because even the fucking trailer makes you cry. And then, like, squeal joyfully about what's to come. Heavy Oscar Isaac at the end of the trailer.
Oh.
No, it's an amazing, it's a very different trailer. It's incredible. It's very emotional.
I love it.
All right. I got everything off my chest.
Oh, so you're topless.
I am.
And waxed.
Nope. That's tomorrow.
All right. Well, how about we talk about some X-Men then?
Let's do it.
Hit the music.
I want your X.
Oh, come on.
What X books have been coming out that we are going to talk about?
I'm going to consider Amazing Spider-Man number 15 an X book because it's a dark web tie-in.
Okay.
I'm going to consider Dark Web : X-Men number 1 an X book.
I read that one. I did not read the Amazing Spider-Man one though.
Oh, I'll tell you why. You would hate it.
Okay.
And I certainly will consider Legion of X number 8 an X book.
I read that as well.
Good. Let's talk about that one first.
Legion of X?
Yeah.
All right. It's
high concept.
Once again, it's a little too much reading for me.
It's a dense thing where there are a lot of things happening. It's high concept.
I'm kind of like, I think my brain is just not in the mood for that right now.
I totally relate to that. Like I enjoy it intellectually, but
there's something
my heart's not in it.
I feel like it's bogging down the pacing where I'm just like, ooh, this is interesting. Oh, okay, now I need to like do homework. It feels like homework.
Each page is dense. It's like these are heavy pages, much like the phalanx societies that they discuss, in last issue and then talk about in this one. It gets so heavy with knowledge and exposition and information. I feel like this comic book is gonna collapse in on itself and create a black hole, a dominion.
Now, basically, we see what we find out the reason kind of why like characters are growing horns and angels turning into a monster.
Oh yeah, no, it's Margali Zardos, baby, which I was so happy about. And
talk more about that person. Does that person have a history with the X-Men?
That's Nightcrawler's. Yeah, she was an Excalibur girl. She's Nightcrawler's mom. She's Amanda Sefton's mom.
Wait, she's Nightcrawler's mom and Amanda Sefton's mom?
Well, she's Nightcrawler's adoptive mom.
Oh, I was like...
Amanda Sefton's biological mom.
Oh, okay, because I was like, he was fucking Amanda Sefton, and I thought Mystique was his mom. Wait.
That's his stepsister. He was raised by Margali Zardos. You think he was raised by Mystique? Somebody had to raise him.
No, I know. I just didn't... I totally forgot about that.
You know all this. This is all in your brain. You just
Which Excalibur was it, though?
Wasn't she part of the... Oh, I think it was the Warren Ellis. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I did. I stopped reading that shit. That shit was garbage.
But no, come on. Margali, when Day Tripper showed up in Excalibur and Alan Davis, Margali Zardos wasn't in it. I find that very hard to believe. Come on.
No. I didn't read any of that. Once, like after issue like 60 something, and it was like, it just skipped all those issues. And it literally just one issue later was like, by the way, it's like off panel. Captain Britain and Megan disappeared and Rachel left. And now and I was like, what? And I'm like, garbage. I'm done. And I didn't read anything after that. So I missed out on all of that stuff. Oh, okay. Well, so but
she's a big part of Nightcrawler.
Well, just give me the quick lowdown on her deal.
She's a witch.
Okay.
She's a sorceress, and she's all about. When it says next issue, the Winding Way. It's all about her magic. Is all about like sorcerers' places on the Winding Way. Like who has dominant positions and who is like ahead in the Winding Way. It's like she subscribes very much to this hierarchy of sorcerers.
Oh, speaking of which, where is Amanda Sefton right now? When's the last time we saw her?
Hope that
I feel like she's going to show up. She's going to show up.
She's going to show up.
But I remember she originally was like leading Limbo, but then something happened. I don't remember what happened after that.
I don't either.
She lost Limbo and Magic took back over.
Like wasn't she calling herself the Red Queen for a while? Or
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Magic was like, "Oh, I'm back. I'm alive again. So this is my thing." And then it was like, "All right, well, I guess you're gone. Where'd she go? I can't remember."
Yeah, I think she was in.
I feel like Cerebro X, that podcast, is going to do probably
a Morgali. Oh,
like a whole Amanda Sefton episode.
I hope so. Yeah, she was in like Excalibur in like the high 90s issues, and she was the Red Queen of the Hellfire Club at the time. But she had like a whole like thing before that. Yeah, like she's like, I think she when Nightcrawler had his first limited series, like his first solo series. I'm sure she was a big part of that.
Also, can I just say she has a great name?
She's got a great name,
Amanda Sefton.
Oh! I'm thinking about Margali Zardos.
Oh my God, that's a great name too. I love it all. But that seems fun. But at the same time, there's just too much reading. I just want like fun action stuff. Like get to it quicker. I'm stupid. I'm old now.
Economy of words. You know, like there's a pace I want to a comic book.
Yeah. That's why I have trouble reading. That's why I have trouble reading. Like people get really into like these fantasy world books, even like Game of Thrones and all like the book versions of all those kind of things, where it's like, oh, before we start, let's read this encyclopedia of how this world works. And I'm like, I don't have time for that. And then you start reading it, and then you're like, I don't understand anything I don't get any of this.
Well, that happened to me last issue of Legion of X when it was another data page of all the phalanx stuff, and I was like, I don't want to read this right now.
Yeah, it's too much. Was this the issue with there was the Professor X? Was it this?
Yeah, where Blindfold is basically like, you need to be like a non-hateful father.
Yeah.
And Xavier's like, I don't know, it's too hard.
Yeah, it was kind of like, why are you garbage? He's such garbage.
He's basically, Blindfold goes to Xavier in a dream and is like, need you to be not garbage when it comes to Legion. He's like, but garbage is all I know.
Yeah. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
He was like, hot garbage? Got it. She's like, no, not garbage.
And he's like, I don't know. Do you remember when Jean Grey was 15, I put her on the team because I thought she was hot?
Oh, my God.
And then they're like, oh, yeah, I guess there's just you're garbage.
You're still on this Jean Grey. Do you like the Black Knight's daughter? This is Jax. This is the Black Knight. This is Dane Whitman's daughter.
Oh, okay. Well, then, no, I don't know her.
Okay, well, she's spunky.
Watch her mouth.
And she evidently has a mutant power to turn someone else into a mutant for an hour.
Yeah, that's a weird power.
And she's the Black Knight. So weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Anyway, I think we need
to pick an age with Pixie. Can I just say that? How old is Pixie?
Yeah, Pixie now is like a voluptuous
what is happening?
30-year-old.
She's a millennial.
Yeah, I miss Pixie. Like, Pixie should be 11.
Yeah, let's young up Pixie a little bit. Also, do you know who I like?
Who?
Vox Ignis.
Who's that?
The Banshee
Oh,
guy.
okay.
I really like him.
Okay. Also,
so what?
I feel like for what is going to be Forget Me Not, I feel like Forget Me
I love
Not,
him.
but I feel like I need a payoff. There needs to be a payoff.
Yeah.
I don't want him just showing up there with the same joke of like, who are you? I want there to
Who
be
are
a
you?
payoff of like, oh, that's what he is here for, and he's going to save the day or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like there's purpose
Yeah.
to him having a place in this book. Do you know what I would love? I would love a solo Forget Me Not kind of like flashback series.
It
of,
happened.
Like, what has...
There was one. You just don't remember. Oh.
Oh, goody. Let's move on. That was too good.
Okay, we also have Dark Web. I mean, do you want to talk about, did Amazing Spider-Man happen before or after Dark Web X-Men?
Like pretty much after or like during, and it focuses on Venom and Spider-Man fighting.
Okay. So I couldn't give a fuck about that.
You couldn't give a fuck, and then Chasm showing up and being like, "Let's go, let's fight again. Now you fight me, Spider-Man."
And was there a lot of like, but I'm your clone, and oh, I'm the real you. You'll never be the real
Yeah.
me. Like that kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Great.
I wish somebody would just yell at these fucking clones and be like, "You're just fucking talking plants. Get over it."
Shit.
And then Madeline probably be like, "Shit." Like, okay, somebody finally said it to your face.
I do hate. Let's talk about Dark X-Men real now.
This was a great issue.
I want there to be an actual conversation between Madeline Pryor
Oh, there will.
and Scott and Havoc. Because Scott is still like, Madeline. I'm like, do you realize
He sure is.
the reason she is evil is 100% because of you? 100% because of you. You fucking ditched her after she had your baby to deal with the real version and then was like, ugh. I mean, you did her wrong so dirty that she wanted to murder her own baby.
Scott Summers, are you so blind so that you can't see that this will end the moment you drop that funky ass attitude that you have when it comes to Madeline?
Exactly.
Own up to your shit. Maybe stop treating her like a cold bitch.
Like, at least
And then
Havoc
all-
is like, girl,
let her
she's
move
been
on.
through something.
She just wants a fucking apology.
Yeah.
That's it.
I have a feeling what's going to happen is they're actually going to work it out. And Magic is going to be like, but I trusted you. And then she's going to work it all out with Scott and Havoc and all them. And then turn against Chasm and
I absolutely
and
agree with
and
this.
then she's going to end up being like more
This-
of a hero. This is going to be
this
like
will
a
be
hero
battle of
arc.
redemption.
Exactly.
Yes, it will.
Yes.
Yes, it will. And then we're going to have a Madeline solo book. She fights crime with demons.
It's going to be called Goblin Queens, and it all takes place in Queens, New
Goblin,
York.
comma, Queens. That's right. That's great. I would read the shit out of that book.
and
I would read the
it's
shit out of
and
it.
in it, but actually, she just starts a fashion line, an underboob fashion line.
Hey, she's not rocking the underboob in this.
But she's going to bring it back.
She's going to bring it
I'm
back.
sure one
It's the big
editor was
reveal.
like, "We have to stop the underboob."
Please, for the love of God. I'm horny. You know what I love about this book?
What?
It's Inferno. It's all the stupid things coming to life and biting people's hands off and then like quipping.
I will say,
Love it.
it is disturbing where it's a lot of the murders where one guy's just like, I'm a motorcycle, but his like decapitated head of the owner is on top of the motorcycle. And then he like murders the motorcycle and the head just like bounces off. I'm like, that's kind of
Yeah.
dark. And they're like, da 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 da. I'm like, there apparently is someone was decapitated.
It's great. It's hell taking over New York.
Yeah.
New York is bad enough.
Oh, remember the sad one with the original Inferno where like the little kid and the parents like went into the elevator and the elevator ate them?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so dark.
So dark. Well, they're demons now. They're probably fine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. It's so funny. And like some of these demons, they're a lot funnier than they were in the 80s.
Hey, you gotta power up your humor.
Listen, speaking of humor and demons, the whole thing with the demon relieving itself in the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree,
Yeah.
and then the Christmas tree coming to life,
Yeah.
and then Spider-Man and Firestar and Iceman botching, taking it down gracefully. It is one of the funniest comic book scenes of the year.
Yeah, it was
So
pretty
good.
fun.
So good. The things the tree was saying, the banter between the three characters.
I like how it's like
ending
the Santa statue got melted, and the kid's all upset. But then he's like, "Oh, Santa's a mutant; he'll be resurrected."
Firestar's just like, are people booing us? And I love that Spider-Man was like, well, never going to team up again. We have a very uncomplimentary power set. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. It was good. It was good, but it wasn't as good as the moment of the book, which involves Havoc.
Havoc gets his outfit back. Madeline Pryor puts in Goblin Prince. Goblin Prince realness.
Goblin sub realness. So the Goblin sub is back. And the way they introduce it is perhaps the funniest thing I've ever read, where Scott, in the middle of a rant on Alex, just goes, wait, what are you wearing? And we turn around and Alex reveals that he's wearing his tattered rags from the original Inferno when he was a sex slave.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. But Scott needs to lighten the fuck up. Ask Maddie how she's doing.
Yeah.
Ask her if she would like to go to lunch. Platonic.
Also, and why is there still no? You know who else needs to be in this comic? Fucking Cable. Can we get like a thing of like, hey, mom, real mom, who actually I came out of your vagina. Remember when you tried to sacrifice me to Satan? And she's like, I really should have, because you're the worst. Like
You're the worst.
I need that moment.
I still want to cut you in half with the sword. Well, that's Dark Web.
And that's the X-Men. Oh, Jinx. Should we talk about some other gay comics that are in the world?
Yeah, hit the other music.
You gotta get a comic if you wanna get ahead.
I'm telling you, you gotta get a comic, and you need to get some gay comics.
Get him if the gay.
And there's one good gay comic, and it's called The Sins of the Black Flamingo.
I love the Sins of the Black Flamingo. Like you're gonna hear a lot about it. Perhaps next week in our best of 2022.
Do you like thieves? Do you like a thief if it's a sassy gay thief?
I do like a Gambit type thief, and if you make them a homosexual and super hot
and sassy and clever and only working with demonic items.
Sebastian Harlow, aka the Black Flamingo, who is the protagonist in this series by Andrew Wheeler and Travis Moore, one of my favorite characters. I mean, he's just a hot mess, hilarious, debonair,
whore,
capable, confident whore, but he's super hot.
Yeah.
And he's just the type of character that is just going to win out in the end. He's always going to have a twist, a reveal, a one step ahead of you.
Well, that's because he has a partner that can help resurrect him. So that helps.
Yes.
And then he has 2 boyfriends that can also help resurrect him.
One is an angel from heaven.
And one is a golem.
A golem.
Made of clay.
So, like, right there, just the setup, the fundamentals of this Black Flamingo world. I mean, they solve, like, occult mysteries. They take on organized crime, big crime bosses.
They kill, like, a Marjorie Taylor Greene type.
They kill a Marjorie Taylor Greene, Marsha Blackburn type senator. They look fabulous doing it. I mean, a lot of this book, it's the occult, but it is also just, like, rich homosexuality.
Yeah. And
so this was a 5-issue limited series, just so everyone knows, 5-issue limited series that happened throughout 2022.
Yeah. And yeah, read it, because it's basically, and then there's a love triangle between a golem and an angel and him, and it's pretty touching.
It's very touching, and
not enough touching.
art.
I want more touching.
Yeah, I know, right? There's a lot a lot of man body.
Yeah.
Like a lot of really hot man body, which
Uh-huh.
masterfully drawn by Travis
Yeah, there's some
Moore.
great sex between the flamingo and the angel. But now I want there to be a sequel so that now I think now that the angel's kind of out of the picture, we need to have the golem and Mr. Black Flamingo have some hot sex because he is so sexy.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know if we never do like a comic book character you're most attracted to category in the best of. Maybe we should add it because Abel the Golem in this book, I've never been more attracted to a comic book character in all my life.
Yeah, and he is smoking hot.
Smoking hot. And so heroic, but so hot. It's like somebody drew like my ideal guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. This book is so good. It's great from just an adventure, mystery, fabulousness standpoint, and I need more of the Black Flamingo.
Yeah, it just has moments where it's like, hey, I need to go be like a cat burglar, but to make sure that no one can see my face on the security cameras, I'm going to put on this like rainbow dazzle mask that like lights up rainbows so no one can see my face. Like, so it's just like these little gay moments that are still grounded in him working as a cat burglar that I just love.
Love. But I think my favorite part of this book is what I was talking about earlier. He always has a plan. They always have a plan. You know, him and his partner, and now the Golem, who are kind of like a mystery-solving threesome at the end of this book. You always know that when you think something is one way, it's going to be the other. And I love me a good mystery like that.
Because a gay always needs a plan B. A gay always needs to know where their exits are.
A gay always needs an exit
because that trick
strategy.
that you just met
Always.
might try to kill you, so you need to always check your exits.
Anybody might try to kill you
Yeah,
at any given moment because you're gay.
I mean, especially right now.
But if you're the Black Flamingo, good luck. You're not going to be able to kill him because he's one step ahead of you.
Know who I want the Black Flamingo to take on in the next whatever, if this gets a second kind of season run or whatever. I want there to be these people that are protesting like drag bars.
Oh, yes.
And drag read-alongs. I want him to
yes.
murder all of those
The
people.
armed protesters? Yes,
Yeah,
please.
because that's like a thing now that's happening everywhere, which is insane to me. And I want them all to be murdered.
But me too. I'm going to silver lining it and say I like that drag is revolutionary again.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there was another gay comic that is on the other side of the spectrum of adorableness.
Well, adorableness, this last issue was
it's dark.
traumatic.
This volume is excessively darker than volumes 1 or 2. This is volume 3 of Wynd by James Tynion. This whole story arc is called The Throne in the Sky, and I think with issue number 5 that just dropped, it just ended.
Yeah, I'm hoping there won't be too much of a space between because it ended on such a huge cliffhanger. I'm
It basically
basically
ended with our hero being taken away by the villain.
yeah. So it's vampires versus fairies versus humans, and the sad part is they're all bad.
They're all awful. Even the fairies, who you
Like
think
they're
are these
all awful, and
bringers of light.
but then there's also these people called the weirdlings, weird ones, the wild
Weird
weirds,
bloods.
weird bloods, and they're the people that have been like affected by the kind of fairies and the things in the forest by magic, and they're kind of outcasts from humans, but they're not part of the vampires or anything, and they're kind of the only good people I feel, these outcasts, and there's this
they're almost
this little like group of children. And the Duke, the one guy's dad is the Duke, are all kind of like, well, I just think that we should have peace and everyone should just like get along. So you're like, okay, I guess you're the good guy. But everyone else wants everyone murdered. The humans want to kill everyone. The vampires want to kill everyone. The fairies want to kill them. So there's basically a big bad fairy, the king of the humans, and a big bad vampire lady. And they're all just like, we need to murder all these children. And now that Wynd is this winged creature who might be like the chosen one, they're like, oh, we can't have a chosen one. We need to murder the chosen one because we can't deal with that. We don't want people being like, ooh, there's a chosen one. We just need to
we
get
can't
rid
have
of
change.
that. Yeah. So we need to murder that. And so it was just very, this last issue, a lot of people got hurt. Oakley got her fucking hand cut off. Like his sister got her hand chopped off.
Life defining.
and then he gets bit by the vampire, and then him and the prince get flown off by the vampire at the end, and you're like, and the people couldn't do anything. Oh,
that was the most disturbing part.
They all had to let it happen.
They all had to let it happen because nobody could, even together, they could not take down this vampire. The vampire's too powerful. They just had to like watch people die and people get kidnapped and taken away. It was really harrowing, which in tandem with the art, which is so
bubbly and cute,
childlike and bubbly and cartoonish. It's just that the tone is so, to have a tone this dark with art this bright.
But then you end on that. So now I'm just like, please don't let it be too long before the next one comes out. Because even the last one didn't, I guess the last one did end kind of dark as well. With, what's the big burly one's name?
Yeah, Leaf, Sage, something
Leaf,
like that.
because I think the last one ended
Thorn,
with him kind of, like, it looked like he was killed and the whole fairyland was like demolished.
Oh, are you talking about the boyfriend?
Yeah, I'm talking about how the last,
that's how the last
book ended.
Yeah, and then to save his life, they turned him into a weird blood. Basically, he had to be infected with magic.
And then the dad isn't accepting him.
And then his dad comes and saves him, and he won't accept him because he's queer.
Yeah, gay. I was like, gay message.
Dad won't accept gay son. Oh. Anyway, again, the art is by Michael Dialinus.
And I'll say this: if you like Scotty Lang,
Scotty Young.
If you like Scotty Young,
Lang is Ant-Man.
Yeah, you're right. If you like Scotty Young, you would like this artwork. It has that kind of vibe.
Yeah, it's got that vibe. Anyway, it's a great book. It's, again, you'll hear it in the best of the year. And just both of these books, Wynd, Sins of the Black Flamingo, we urge you to read them. I think one is Boom Studios and one is Image. And they got gay characters that we like.
Oh, yeah.
There's another book with a gay character that caught me off guard.
Who?
So Monica Rambeau, over back in Marvel.
Are you telling me Monica Rambeau is a lesbian?
No, I wish. She got her own book. And it turns out she's got a gay cousin who struggles with his mental health.
I mean, girl, same.
So he's, girl, I am. Same, but on the flip side, I am.
Does he have powers?
No. Well, he has the power to drive Monica crazy.
Oh, no.
She's like, oh, he's so stressful. So he'll be like a B plot.
What's his
Not
struggle?
sure. You only had like one scene with him. She was on the phone with him.
Oh, and she's like trying to talk him down.
Yeah, he's complaining about a guy, Tyler, that he's dating. And he's just ranting and she's like hardly listening. And he's ranting. And so she's like, I think you just need to get over it. He's not that bad. Bye.
These gays are trying to kill me.
These gays are trying to murder me. They're trying to murder my
Have you heard they've already made like the dance mix to that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I went to see a show last week, or a few days ago here, called Titanic.
I've heard of it, yes. I heard Frankie Grande, Ariana Grande's
Frankie Grande is the captain. He plays Victor Garba, who played the captain in Titanic. I think. I've never seen Titanic.
You've never seen Titanic?
It's a point of pride.
What?
It's a point of pride.
I have a good one too. I've never seen Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump is my most hated movie ever.
Yeah, that's because it came out the same time as Pulp Fiction, and it was like, you have to choose a side.
It beat it at the Oscars.
And so I was like, fuck you, Forrest Gump, I'm not going to watch you. But Titanic, come on. Titanic.
Never seen it, never will.
And Titanic is actually pretty, it's good.
Well, Titanic is better. And
I saw
it's so funny.
Was it James Corden or someone, one of those late night shows did like they did like a kind of quick did a few numbers from it on the show, and it looked hilarious.
The woman who
plays Celine Dion, right?
Who plays Celine is the funniest fucking, and the guy that plays Jack is also one of the funniest fucking people I've ever seen. He co-wrote it as well. It's so funny.
How did they get approval to do
I have
all
no idea.
Of this?
I mean, but it's a Celine Dion jukebox musical, so yes. Every song is a Celine Dion song.
Yeah, it seems great.
But so the guy that plays Rose's mother, has this long rant scene in the middle of the show, which is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's this long screaming monologue. And in the middle of it, she falls down to the floor and screams, "These gays are trying to murder me." I have never seen a theater go nuts like this.
Oh,
in my
did she
life.
just add that because of White Lotus?
She just added it. It was like an improvised bit. In the middle of the monologue, she just yells, "These gays, they're trying to murder me." When I tell you, like, if it was possible to flip an entire theater, this audience would have. I mean, the audience was 89% gay men. The audience went crazy on a level I've never experienced. It was incredible.
Yeah, I think like Jennifer Coolidge has entered like her next. She was always a gay icon, like especially ever since like Legally Blonde,
But now we've like cast her.
And what's the other one? Best in Show. But now it's literally she's solidified. There's no one that even comes close to her in gay iconicness.
No, she's an icon because of those movies, but now she's already that icon. So now
it's just even
we're casting her because she is the icon. And we've got pit viper gays surrounding her.
Have you seen the new Jennifer Lopez trailer for her new like romance action movie? It's basically like she's doing a wedding. She's about to get married. And then like people come to the island that she's getting married on, like pirates come and try to like shoot her, to like kidnap everyone.
I have seen the trailer.
And
for that.
you probably saw the old one. It's Jennifer Coolidge plays the mother-in-law. They just released a new trailer, and it is now the Jennifer Coolidge movie. Like literally, there's 3 seconds of J-Lo, and someone was like, "Yeah, everybody hates J-Lo now. Let's just do a trailer that makes it look like the star's Jennifer Coolidge." And I was like watching it, like I'm sure Jennifer Coolidge. I'm sure that's every scene that Jennifer Coolidge was in. I'm sure she has like a bit part, but they literally made it like she was the star of the movie. And I was like, this is insane that people like she's so much, which like now people are like, no one wants to see Jennifer Lopez. They only want to see Jennifer Coolidge.
Do you remember that movie 13 Ghosts?
Vaguely.
Do you remember that movie 13 Ghosts with Shannon Elizabeth from American Pie in it?
Okay, no.
Anyway, that's how this horror movie 13 Ghosts was marketed. Like every moment in the trailer is Shannon Elizabeth, who played like the Russian girl from American Pie.
Oh, what is she like walk in and die right away or something?
She's like, she's not even in the movie. Every moment from the trailer are the only moments she was in the movie. But she just did American Pie.
Although the marketing can be good, like with Drew Barrymore, where they made it seem like Drew Barrymore was the star of Scream. Oh, here's something that we haven't talked about. Did you see the new Scream trailer?
I did. Do you know how excited I am that it's taking place
New York.
In New York
And my
City?
friend did the poster and he made up the tagline. New York, new rules, Scream. New Scream.
I love it. I love it. I love the V and the I and the M. I love that too.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Good stuff. And I love that Hayden Panettiere as Kirby is back.
Yeah. Oh, I hope she's not the first kill, though.
No, I don't either.
And I don't want Courtney Cox to be the first kill.
No, I think it'll be Samara Weaving because she's going to be in it.
Oh, okay. So I'm just scared.
She'll be like some girl who lives in the West Village who gets killed.
Okay, good.
Good.
Should we talk about some gay things that I forced you to watch?
Yeah, we were talking about some like straighty stuff right there. Let's talk about some hard gay TV.
Hit it.
I made Brett watch a BL. I made Brett watch a BL. I made Brett watch a BL. A BL is a boys' love series. And by boys, they mean men, so don't think anything gross, Jesus.
All right, so there's a little section that we just called I forced Brett to watch a BL. I forced him to watch one previously called Kin Porsche, which in the end, he loved it.
It's amazing.
And the BLs, when I started watching BLs, there was maybe like 3 or 4.
What does BL stand for?
Boy love.
Oh.
There were maybe, originally in Japan, it's called yaoi. And then it's been kind of advanced to just BL. It's weird. It's called Y Love in Thailand. So they all have different words. But basically, there was maybe like 4 different ones, maybe a year at most that would come out. But then there were a few that came out that were so popular that they started being the most popular shows in Thailand. Thailand's most popular shows now are gay soap operas, which is amazing.
I mean, Ken Porsche, the two stars of that one, are on a world tour.
You're on a
to,
world tour. They are also
of people.
Yeah, they also are like the highest sought after commercial actors right now. They sponsor everything. It's crazy. And so back then, but now because it's now Japan is doing it, Thailand, Taiwan is doing it, Korea is now doing it, because it just gets, and all these Korean boy band members are starring in the Korean ones, and it's causing their boy band numbers, like people are starting to buy their albums. And so we're like, oh shit. So it's kind of like blowing up. And there's so many to watch now that it's almost like I don't even know where to begin. So I told Brett to watch another one. The last one was a mafia one. There was murder and shooting. So I decided to give him one that was a little, not that fluffy. It still has some drama in it. But this one is called Love in the Air.
Love in the Air.
Love in the Air. And it's like the two couples. The two couples are, it's Rain and
Pipayu.
No, and Pipayu, which means storm. So Rain and Storm. And then the other couple, which is the last half of the show, is Sky and Wynd.
That's amazing. So I've only watched the first episode so far, but one thing I've learned, because this was true in Ken Porsche as well, if you are heavily featured in the opening credits of a Thai BL, then that means you are in one of the couples that the show will be about.
Yes. Oh, the credits, when it hits the halfway mark.
In a romantic plotline.
The opening credits switch because it literally, because you can tell his best friend, both of their best friends are the other couple.
Yes, and
the opening
Wayne's
credits
best friend is so cute.
Yeah. Oh, but that's the thing is when the opening credits actually switch, and so like the montages actually shows more of the other couple. But right now, I will tell you this: there's a guy. His name is Boss. That's the real actor's name who plays. And I'll tell you this: Joe now has his hair, and I've been making Joe put his hair in that little knot in the back.
Does he play Pipayu?
Pipayu, yes.
Yes.
He is so handsome.
So Pipayu is like the rebel figure who our main figure, Rain, kind of pines for, but Rain won't admit that he's gay or has feelings for a boy, so he suppresses those feelings, but he is clearly very attracted to the gorgeous, renowned, the whole town loves it, the school. What is it, an architecture school?
Yeah, there's basically one side is an architecture school and the other side is an underground motorcycle racing,
which makes total sense. A lot of this is set in the world of illegal street racing.
Yeah.
Legal drag racing.
And there's a beautiful moment when they first meet each other in the rain, of course. And and the character Rain is just like this, oh man, I don't know what to do.
So that's another thing I want to say about, what I've seen about Thai BL so far in my limited experience. They sure do love a character struggling with either a decision or a piece of information to themselves for a long time as a comedy bit.
Yeah.
Like somebody being like, oh, I don't know what to do. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, would you stop talking? Like they love that bit.
But even when Rain's car breaks down, Boss comes by on his motorcycle and changes the tire for him. And so Rain is someone who does not think he's gay, but as soon as he sees Pipayu's face, he's like, oh my God, you're so
raptured.
You're so handsome. And he's like, what? What?
Well, who, me?
And this ends in such a sexy way. Do you want to describe the end when Pipayu kind of attacks him?
Yes. Although you can as well, because I can't remember specifically what happened.
Basically, where he just is like, he takes him back to his house because his car wasn't working again.
Oh, that's like the whole middle.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so I see what you're saying. So Rain wakes up in Pipayu's bed, right? Or
no, even
Pipayu takes him there.
Well, he takes him there, and then but he basically puts the moves on him.
He puts the moves on him, and Rain is like, "I'm not gay. Get away from me."
And he's like, "Wait, are you gay?"
And Pipayu's like, "You're super in love with me."
Yeah, and Pipayu's like, "Well, I'm bisexual, and you totally into me. You like me." And it was,
you like me? He's like, "No, I don't."
It was
he's
really
like,
sexy. It was really hot.
So then Rain goes to sleep on the couch, but he has no blanket. He's cold. So he's so cold that he slips into bed with Pipayu while Pipayu is sleeping. That's when he wakes up the next morning in Pipayu's bed. And he's like, oh my God, like thinking something might have happened, something sexual. Mm-hmm. And so Pipayu is like, ooh, how do you know nothing happened? That's the time you think it's a joke. But at the end, they go back to them being in bed together, and they reveal that Rain kind of like instinctively spooned and cuddled with Pipayu in like a moment of like being half awake.
Aww.
It was so cute.
Yeah. You need to, the next episode, there's kind of like a semi jerk off scene in a bathroom stall that's really hot.
Ooh.
And once they do have sex, their sex scenes are so hot. They just had a special episode that you have to pay for. Like after the show ends, they have an hour and a half special. And it is literally just the sex scene after sex scene. Wow. I was like, oh, this is basically a porno.
And these are the most popular, these are the most mainstream shows in Thailand. I fucking love it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I love it so much, EvilJeff. I actually watched another one.
Oh no, which one did you watch?
So this one is called The Director Who Buys Me Dinner.
A Korean BL.
It's Korean, and I did see that a literal translation is The Weird Director Who Always Treats Me to Dinner. Mm-hmm. And one thing I liked is that the episodes are short, and it purports in its description to be more lighthearted, more like fanciful.
Korean dramas now are still at the 15-minute to half an hour long, where Thai ones are like an hour.
They're more like an hour.
Yeah.
But what I loved about this is that this is genre. This does go into kind of like fantasy in that it's about
reincarnation.
A boss. It's about reincarnation. It's about a boss who calls a new employee into his office and is basically like, we need to date. And the new employee is like, wait, why? And basically the boss was like, because if we don't date, you will die. And what comes out is that the boss has been alive for 300 years. This new employee, this boy, this guy is reincarnating over and over and not remembering his previous lives, but they are soulmates. They are connected.
And I think he was a woman every time, but this time he's a man.
He was a woman. This time he's a man. And so this employee doesn't remember being in love with this 300-year-old ancient person, but the ancient person does. And is basically trying to create love, find love between these two for their very survival.
Yeah.
They're cursed. Some sort of curse has been placed on them. I love it.
They're so light and fluffy.
It's epic.
And the Korean BLs, some of them are a little bit darker, but most of them are really nice. There's one called Mr. Heart. And it's just about like a runner, like a marathon, like a long distance runner. And they have to get like another runner that can help him keep pace. And it opens up where the one guy gets drunk and goes into the wrong room and accidentally spoons naked with the other guy. And he wakes up and he's like, what are you doing? And he's like, this is my room. And he's like, well, why did you get off me? And he's like, well, I kind of like you. And so then it's like this short little bubbly pace, like the one that helps him keep pace is like, well, you did that. So I think we're kind of dating now. I like you. And then he's like, no. It's like super nice and fluffy.
So many of these BLs are like, there's such a resistance to being part of the couple, and you know that you're going to wind up.
It's true, but I will say this, and it doesn't happen in real life, but and this happens a lot in K-dramas too, especially when there's like these kind of like enemies to lovers, or in BLs. A lot of BLs, they haven't come out yet, and there's that thing of when they realize they like someone, and this will happen in later episodes of Love in the Air, like when it's like, wait, I think I love him. No! Like they're upset. Like they're like, no, I don't want to love him. Because
they know their mom's going to be mad at them. Yeah.
Oh, but then you have a bunch of fun, hot sex scenes.
Yeah, they're great. I'm so grateful for you to introduce me to this genre.
Yeah. I really want you to get to some of these sex scenes because you're going to be like blown away. And the second couple, I actually like the second couple's story better than the first couple. And I love the first couple's story better in Love in the Air. So guys, watch Love in the Air. And then there's another show. If you don't want to like stream these what is it? IQ? IQ.TV.
IQ.com.
IQ.com. On Netflix that just came out is a show called Smiley from Spain. And it is gay.
We love it.
I wouldn't even
And that
call
was the
this
theme
a
of this
BL.
episode.
This is more just like gay.
It's just dick.
And
The genre is dick.
it's really hot. It's basically centers around like a lesbian and a gay guy who run a bar. And and basically there's like and basically it's like the hot jock meets the nerd and they hate each other but they can't stop fucking. But they don't like each other.
Ooh, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in because that was always my fantasy. I was the hot. Just kidding. I was the nerd.
Yeah. Anyway, gay stuff is great.
Especially if you're a nerd.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Thank goodness.
That was a lot of gay stuff. I think I need to rub one
It's
out.
a lot of gay stuff. Yeah, me too. Me too. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. Hopefully you're a bit gayer for having listened. EvilJeff, thank you so much. And I'm excited for next week. Because I think next week we're going to do some rankings. Am I right?
Yeah, the best of 2022.
Best of 2022.
Shit.
Get your dicks out. Yep.
Now I need
it's
to
about time.
try to
It's about
remember what happened this past year.
There are websites for that. I can remind you about all the issues. I've got all my issues that
I'll probably make you give
logged.
me. I think as long as you give me the what the categories are, I'll start to figure it out.
Yeah, you know, I keep track of what we talk about every episode. I can send you each list.
Wow.
All 52 of them from 2022.
We did not know. We skipped a bunch. We skipped a bunch.
We did. I think we did 3 shows in 2022. All right, everyone, thank you so much for listening. And remember, if you read comics, well, that, my friends, makes you queer. A weird blood, even.
Yeah.
Bye.
Damn.